This is the fourth and final presentation in a series of presentations that have provided an introduction into the Fullerton College Connector study. The subject of this presentation is the evaluation criteria that will be used to evaluate the 6 alignment alternatives. The evaluation criteria used in the feasibility study are grouped into 4 categories. Community considerations: would the proposed connector fit within the Fullerton community and be compatible with existing and planned uses? Operations: how would the system operate in terms of travel times, travel speeds, and span of service? Transportation considerations: how would the connector interact with and fit with automobile traffic? Does the proposed alignment connect to regional transit services? And economic considerations: would there be an economic benefit to the community from the introduction of the connector? And would certain alignments better serve potential development sites? The community considerations category includes 4 criteria summarized on this slide. Land use compatibility assesses the sensitivity of land uses located adjacent to the proposed connector alignment. The potential for noise impacts is assessed as part of a qualitative review of potential land uses that would be sensitive to noise generated by the connector. The potential for visual impacts is assessed as part of a qualitative review of the visual character of the proposed alignments and how the introduction of a connector and its associated physical infrastructure, which could include stations, overhead catenary wires, and other attributes, would change the existing visual character of the neighborhood. Existing and forecasted future population and employment levels are considered within walking distance of each alignment alternative. Evaluation criteria associated with the connector system operations include the 4 items noted on this slide. Transit travel time looks at the time necessary to complete end-to-end and round-trip travel along the proposed alignment, considering traffic congestion, traffic signals, and speed limits. Ridership potential looks at the forecasted level of ridership that would be served by a connector system operating on each alignment. Cost examines the potential capital and operating costs for each alignment. Physical constraints considers physical conditions along the proposed alignment and examines the potential for these conditions to impact the feasibility, cost, or operations of the connector system along a particular alignment. Transportation considerations include the 3 evaluation criteria shown on this slide. Circulation impacts look at existing and future traffic conditions on roadways and at intersections along the proposed alignments, and consider how traffic conditions could impact the potential operation of the connector system. Connectivity to activity centers examines the number of activity centers and major destinations that would be served by each alignment alternative. Connectivity to existing and planned transit examines the number of connections to regional and local transit services offered by each alignment alternative. Economic considerations include the 3 criteria shown on this slide. Economic development areas. This item examines the number of potential future development sites located adjacent to each alignment alternative. Development potential looks at the total development potential along each alignment alternative. Job creation considers the type of development that is permitted in parcels along each alignment alternative and the potential for job creation based on the development potential identified for these sites. This table identifies the ranking of each of the criteria that has been reviewed. Each criteria has been assigned a specific ranking or weight based on input and feedback received from the study steering committee. The weighting of criteria helps to ensure that specific issues or topics that are of greater interest to the Fullerton community will play a larger role in the evaluation of the alignment alternatives. The objective is to identify an alignment or alignments that meet the needs of the community while minimizing potential impacts. The consultant team has started the alignment evaluation process and the economic development analysis. This work effort will continue through the summer months. The next community meeting is anticipated to be scheduled for August of 2013. At this meeting, the city and the consultant team will share the results of the alignment evaluation and economic development analysis. Input received from the community at this workshop will be incorporated into the final report and findings for the feasibility study.